Okay, I am unbelievably excited for this one because we have Mission Souls covering one of my all-time favorite songs by one of my all-time favorite bands, Hysteria by Muse. And this is extra special because I actually just performed this song live. It was a bit of a failed performance because as soon as I started playing the song, I realized my guitar was out of tune. So that was kind of rough. I actually had the bass played by a keyboardist. So it was kind of a different arrangement than the original, but still fun. Anyway, so this is the Hysteria cover by Muse. It was recorded at the end of 2023. Also, thank you so much, Superfly Lee, for making this request. I really appreciate it. I think I forgot to mention that. But Ice, the drummer, just had his 10th birthday. So he just turned 10 in this video. Stacy, the vocalist, was 11. Nisha, the guitarist, was 13. And Naces, the bassist, was 14. Naces is amazing because she just learned the bass earlier that year and learned the keyboard the previous year. Wow, she's playing bass and keyboard on this? That's crazy. But anyway, this is one of the most epic bass songs of all time, which, you know, I'm really stoked to see her play this because it's really challenging and, you know, it's hard to pull off. So let's check this out. Hysteria by Muse, covered by Mission Souls. And finger picking, dude, I play this bass with a pick. You know, I can play it with a pick pretty well, but trying to finger pick this, no way, dude. Chris, the bassist from Muse, finger picks it. But you know, he's the official bassist. So when I see bassists playing this song with their fingers, finger picking, it blows my mind. That's like one of my life goals, is to be able to play this song with my fingers. That's so impressive. She's 14. Ooh. I like that little like drum trill that Ice added before he came in there. That was nice. A little ghost note. Wow. Ice is still adding the ride in this part, which is really interesting. Like in the official song, I don't think there's ride in this part, but like adding it once the kick drum is doing this more syncopated beat is really impressive. So he's still playing the hi-hat with his left hand. Like, that's crazy. Nice. So, is this Nisha over here? The guitarist that's not singing lead. Really appreciate the way that she's adding in those, because the chords in this song, you know, they do the. Well, let me just show you. Like they go. Instead of just staying on the chord they're on, they're doing the... And it's just kind of a subtle little thing that not every guitarist adds in. I actually didn't because I was planning on using my whammy bar to dive bomb those parts to give them that same effect, but I left my whammy bar in my guitar case when I played this live. which I didn't realize until I was playing. So I didn't even add those because I was already so flustered in the middle of this performance. But I appreciate that she's adding that into this cover. Like, it's the icing on the cake for making it sound legit. Hold on. Yeah, you can see it there. Just going down that half step and sliding back up. Sweet pick slide. Nice, spot on. Dude, this is so cool. Nice. Nailing those kick drum patterns. Nice. Dude, I'm like speechless because it's just so cool to see these kids playing the song. You know, like I said, it's a really difficult song on pretty much every front. And yeah, they're doing a great job doing justice to the song itself. Thank you so much, Superfly Lee, for requesting this one. I really appreciate it. I kind of want to show you my my failure of a performance of this, or at least just a little bit of it real quick. Let me see. I wonder if I can find it just by looking that up. Yeah, here we go. Oh, this will link to a video in my feed. This is when I reacted to my live fail. Let's see if... Yeah, here we go.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, here we go. We're like, we have this big epic intro. I get my guitar on. So I was using my 7-string guitar before this for the first 2 songs of this set, and it sounded great. It was in tune. I switched to my PRS specifically so I could have the whammy bar for those dive bombs I was talking about in the chorus earlier, which Mission Souls was able to nail. But I forgot to put my whammy bar on, which I didn't realize till later in the song. But then there was another problem right here. Well, oh, and then my guitar was so loud in my in-ears, it was like breaking my eardrums. And then my G string is like, oh, so flat. So I try tuning. and I didn't tune it enough, so it's just like complete and utter failure. And then fast forward, you could literally see the moment there when I realized, oh crap, right there, I was reaching for my whammy bar, trying to, play the song the way I practiced it, and realizing not only was the guitar way out of tune, but I also forgot to put the whammy bar on. The whole reason I switched to this guitar from my 7-string, which was perfectly in tune. So, yeah, this whole performance was basically a fail. It's so sad when you practice for something for such a long time, and then one little technical thing you forget during setup completely throws off something that you practiced for months, because it was a pretty complex setup doing this set, because I was playing guitar, bass, and drums all in one 17-minute set. So it was a lot of setup and moving parts and stuff. And I just forgot that one detail. And unfortunately, it kind of ruined this whole song for me. The performance was rough, which you just saw. But anyway, yeah, love this song. Love the Mission Souls cover of it. It was very impressive. And just, they absolutely nailed it. So thank you again so much, Superfly Lee, for sharing this with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.